Hello students. So today again we are dealing with the natural resources land, soil and water. This video is the second part of this chapter, and in this part we shall be talking about the soil. The soil is the granary type of substance which is covering our earth, and it is formed by the wearing and tearing of the rocks. There are but it is a long process, because the wearing and tearing, it is very slow process, and the formation of the soil is done. It takes a lot of number of years, you can say thousands of years, to form the thin layer. Now, formation of soil, if you talk about, then it takes thousands of years, as I told you, even to form the thin layer of 2 to 3 centimeters. So you can understand that how slow the process is, and it is a natural resource, and it is of great importance in the human life. There are certain natural conditions under which the soil formation takes place, and in this natural condition it is slow and a very long process. That is why it has been observed that thousands of years are required even to form a very thin layer. Now, the quality of the soil, it differs from region to region. In class 7 you have learned that how the soil is formed. Okay, so it differs from region to region, and since it is formed from the rock, so the quality of the rock is also found in this soil, the soil which is formed from such rocks. It may even differ in color, then it also differs in texture and the fertility. These are something which is of various types, and it varies from region to region. Now there are many factors on which the soil formation of the soil depends upon. Now what are these factors? These factors are climatic condition, parent rock material, relief features, humes and time period. Okay, so we shall be seeing that how this uh, climatic condition, all these factors, how do they affect. Now these climatic condition, if you talk about, the climatic condition is not same everywhere, and the distribution of rainfall, the seasonal temperature, all these things decides actually the how the weathering of the rock is taking place in a particular region. Then the next factor, if you talk about parent rock material. Now parent rock material are something like, if you talk about the parent rock material, then there are different types of rocks, and it determines the type of soil which is formed from the parent rock. It determines the color and the texture and the chemical properties and the mineral content in the soil. Then, if you talk about the relief features, the in relief feature, as we know, it is not same everywhere. There are places which are slopy, like mountainous region. High altitude places are also there. Then the rate of weathering and drainage of the water also differs, because the flow in the mountainous region, if you see, then there are steep slopes, and there the particles cannot be deposited. Okay, it flows down. So, and if you compare it with the flat region, then there are very gentle slopes, because even if you talk about the flat land areas, there also it is not uniform, it is a rugged terrain, and then gentle slopes are also there. And what happens, there the soil gets accumulated easily. Then another factor is humes. Now this humes, these are the dead remains of the plants and animals, and due to the dead remains of the plants and animals, these soil, they get the organic material to the, it provides the organic material to the soil, and as a result what happens, the soil is very fertile in such regions where the humus are there. Then another factor is time period. Now this time period, it is a very big factor as for the soil formation, because the time period, if it is taking a longer duration of time, so the how much time is required and what type of soil is formed, then what happens, the older soils, they are found in the deeper region, and the new formations, they are formed on the upper part. Okay, that is why the soil which is older ones, they are found in the that means if it is buried deep means in the lower areas, then we can say that these soils are of the longer duration. And then in this way the soil profile is formed, because these layers are forming and the soil profile is formed. And the thickness of the this with the advancing of the time, as the time passes, the thickness of the soil profile is being seen, and that is why we should know that what is the soil profile, and how can we what are the things which are the again the part of the soil profile. Now in soil profile, you see it is horizontal layer. And supposing you must have cut the cake in your birthdays, and nowadays it is very common that you see the cakes, they are icings are in different layers, and you can see if it is having different flavors, then you can see the layers of the cake when it is cut. In the same way, if you cut the earth vertically, then different layers becomes very much visible, and we can take it as the soil profile, and this is a sample of the soil profile. And this horizontal layers of the soil, it is called the soil horizon. Now this is the soil profile. You can see in the image that the upper part, if you see, it is the topsoil, it is termed as topsoil. Okay, and the topsoil of the it is very much rich in humus, and it also contains many rotten plants and animals. As we know that the humus are the dead remains of the plants and animals, so these topsoil, the content of humus are observed. Then the next layer is the subsoil. Now this subsoil, it is found just below the topsoil, and here it is made up of the silt, clay, and sand, and some other nutrients which are very much which become soluble, and the minerals and the iron oxides. And what happens, the rainwater, when the rainwater seeps down when it penetrates into the soil, then there such layers are collected in this layer. So these minerals and all are collected in this layer. Then we have the next layer, that is rock fragment. Rock fragment, this layer actually lies just between the, you can say, subsoil and the parent rock, means that is the just next layer to the subsoil. After subsoil is the rock fragment, and it lies between the parent rock and the subsoil. Then last we have the bedrock. Bedrock, here this is the layer where the parent rock is available, and it is actually the solid layer of the unweathered rock, means weathering takes place. So here the rocks are not weathered out, it is in the last layer of this soil profile. Now we will be knowing about the soil of India. Soils of India, because soil is something very important in our life. So let us know something about the soil which is there in different parts of our country. Okay, so as we know that our country is having a variety of climate, relief features are also there is variation in the relief features also, and that is why, and the structure of the surface rocks is also a lot. Now these there are for this reason we are having different types of soil in different parts of our country. Now let us see some of the soil which is present in our country. What are the names of these soil? Now alluvial soil. Alluvial soil, it is actually found majorly it is found in northern plain, coastal plains and the deltas of various regions. Now deltas, you must be knowing that this is the formation which is done by the flowing of the river, and as the soil it deposits when the running water, or you can say the river water, when it is coming, then it deposits lot of sediments, and that is why this alluvial soil is very fertile in nature. Then we have the black soil. Okay, so black soil, if you talk about, this is the black soil on your screen, and it is very much dark in color, and the parent rock is the igneous rock, and it is mainly found in the northwestern part of the Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau, it is having lot of igneous rocks, and that is why the color of the soil over here is black. It is this black is soil is also named as regur soil, regur, regur soil, and it is very much good for the cultivation of cotton and sugarcane. So the area which is having this black soil, there you must be finding the growth of cotton and sugarcane. These are the two major agricultural products which we get from this soil. Then next is the red soil. Now red soil, as you can see that the color of the soil is red in color, and it is red in color because of the high content of iron in it, and the soil is not that fertile, but it can be made fertile by regular use of the chemicals and other organic fertilizers. Then we have the laterite soil. Laterite soil, as you can see, it is yellowish. It is red and towards yellowish it is moving. So it is yellowish in color, and it is found in the Western Ghat, Chota Nagpur Plateau, and in the northeastern part of India. And it is mainly in the areas where there is heavy rainfall. Now, due to the continuous rainfall, what happens? The soil undergoes a process which is named as leaching. Now, what is this leaching? It is the essential nutrients, what happens with the flow of the water and the soil salt and the minerals which is content in the soil, it gets drained out, and due to this heavy rainfall. So what happens, since it is all drained out, that is why laterite soil is very less fertile, and this soil is not very much good for agriculture. Mainly it is used for pastures, and shrubs are mainly found in this region. Then you have the mountain soil. Now mountain soil, as it is clear from the word only, that it is mainly found in the hilly slopes, and these hilly slopes, they are often covered with forests, and the soil, since we said that the humus, which are the remains of the dead plants and animals, so here plants and animals are also there wherever forest is there, so animals are also having their habitat over there. So the soil is very much rich in humus. Okay, and then lot of deposition of organic matter is found in this type of soil, and it is very much supportive for the growth of tea, coffee, fruits and other many spices. Now the next type of soil is the desert soil. Now desert soil, you see, deserts are the areas which are very much arid areas, dry areas, very scanty rainfall is there. So here what happened, that it is this desert soil is mainly found in this hot areas, and you can say this semi-arid regions. Okay, and here in this type of soil, the layer of the sand is very thick. In our country it is mainly found in Rajasthan. Now this soil, it has a quality that it cannot hold the water. If you pour a glass of water on the soil somewhere, supposing some construction work is going on nearby your place, and you find that the soil is there, so the sand is there, so on this sand if you pour a glass of water, then what happens, it seeps down. Okay, it cannot hold the water. So here variety of crops is also grown with the help of only irrigation, because it doesn't has the quality of holding this desert soil doesn't has a quality of holding the water. So through irrigation only, and proper irrigation rather it should be said, then only it is possible that this crops can be grown in this region. Now these are the different types of soil which we just came to know. What were they? They were alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, and desert soil. Now we will be studying a bit about the before that, let me show you that here you are having the country India, and the different shades, the different colors are showing the different type of soils which are found in our country. Now you see the Jammu Kashmir area, northern side, you see the mountainous soil, it is having a different color. It is also in the part of Uttarakhand. Okay, so it extends till Uttarakhand. Then you have again the purple color you see in the extreme east side. There you find the purple color. These are the laterite soil. In this way different types of soils has been found. Then black soil is a dark purple color. Again it is also found in the western side of the Deccan Plateau, as we studied. So these different shades are showing the presence of soil in different parts of our country. Now this soil is very much important, as all the cultivation of the crops, that depends upon the fertility of the soil. So and the removal, if the topsoil has to be preserved, because it is very much supportive for the agricultural work. But what happens, the erosion takes place. And which is the most active agent of the erosion, that is running water and wind. So all these things erodes the topsoil, and this removal of the topsoil is called the soil erosion. Now for covering up, or you can say how to protect this soil fertility, so what happened, this deforestation has been done from time to means the places had been cleared out for many human wants, you can say, for the settlement or agricultural work, or even overgrazing, the cattle which they graze, the overgrazing is there. So what happens, the land area becomes open, so it has to be protected scientifically, and that is why afforestation is done. And then many methods are being used, scientific methodologies are also used, so that we can retain the depletion, the soil which is losing its fertility. You can say the farmers, they are using different methods to avoid the depletion of the soil fertility. So this overgrazing, again, if it has been overgrazed, then it should be taken care that the same piece of land should not be put for the grazing of the cattle. Then deforestation is one of the reason. Then afforestation should be there, and should be steps should be taken so that the people do not cut the forest and protect the top soil in our locality. Okay, these are the steps which should be taken care by everyone. It is the responsibility of all the human beings to protect the soil, as it is of great importance to us. So this is all for today's video. Today we learned about the soil formation and what are the factors which are responsible, like climatic condition, parent rocks are there, relief features, and then humus and time period, which are the factors which are the for the soil formation. Then we studied about the soil profile, that there are different layers of the soil, that is the topsoil, subsoil, rock fragments, and the bedrock. Then different types of soil which is found in our country. So what are the different types of soil which is found in our country? Alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, and desert soil. And then lastly we came to know that there is depletion of soil fertility, and what are the reasons due to which this depletion is taking place. So in tomorrow's video, in the next video, I shall be discussing about the soil conservation, how this soil conservation should be done, and what are the methodologies which are being adopted, and how it protects the soil. And then we shall be talking about one more natural resource, that is named as water. So as this chapter deals with land, soil, and water, so we shall be also talking about the water, which is very much precious in our life. It plays a vital role in our life. The survival of the life on the earth is not possible without water. So we shall be learning about the water as well as some of the methodologies for the soil conservation. Thank you.